It's time. It's time. It's time to grow and glow. And I have the guy for you. Yeah. What's up? It's been 2 weeks since I seen y'all. What's going on with you? What's been happening? Listen, let me give you an update on exactly what's been going on. So I took 1 week off just because I needed a break, right? And then the second week I took off because I did a confidence workshop. It was my second one. And I needed to make sure that I was showing up as the best person I needed to show up as for all of the attendees for the workshop. So that's what I did. I took a week off for that. And let me just talk about that workshop a little bit, because now since I've done two, I've realized that it's more of a lecture and not a workshop. So now what I'm working on is really perfecting it to be an actual workshop for people to be able to come and do the things, do action to feel confident, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what we're working on. Yeah. And I'll share some videos. I'll put some videos, something up here so you can kind of like see. Oh, actually, I did put a picture of how my outfit. Hey, that outfit was on point. It was killing. And you know what? It was different for me. I've never worn anything like that before. So it was different, but it looked well. So I'm definitely excited about how that turned out. And yeah, man, I'm just super excited to be here with you guys again. Happy Monday again. It is November. Hold on, let me change my calendar. It's November now, so it is November the 3rd, man. That's crazy. Oh shit. Something on my calendar I have to do in November. I completely forgot about it, so I'm happy I put it on here. Anyways. Hey baby. So anyways, yeah. How have you guys been these last couple weeks? I hope you had the chance to, be with yourself and do things that you wanted to do this weekend. Happy Halloween for those who do celebrate Halloween. How did you guys like it? How were your kiddos? What did you dress up as? Let me know in the comments what you guys did. I'm super excited to hear about it. We're on episode 19 right now, and our next episode will be episode 20. Episode 20. That means we've been doing this for 20 weeks. Again, I'm super excited for everyone who's been tuning in. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of the support and all those good things like that. So you already know how we start. Let's take a deep breath. And this is our affirmation that we're going to use for this week. I no longer beg to be seen by people who refuse to recognize me. Ooh, again, I no longer beg to be seen by people who refuse to recognize me. Now, I don't know if you've seen the title, but today's title for this episode is Healing the Need to Be Chosen. Healing the need to want to be chosen. To want to be chosen. That's what we're going to talk about today. While we're talking about this, we're going to focus on you're not hard to love at all. You're just done begging for it. You should not ever have to beg for someone to love you. And if you have to do that, then maybe you need to reevaluate some things. Okay. When we're talking about breaking the cycle, and this series has been all about doing things that you need to do for yourself for you to not end up in the same situation that you've been ending up in. Okay. And the reason why I want to talk about healing the need to be chosen, because some of us have spent our entire lives wanting to be picked by someone, wanting someone to pick us for love, wanting someone to pick us for belonging, wanting people to pick us for staying. Right. And today we're going to talk about we don't have to have that from people. If anybody should be picking anybody for anything, you should be picking yourself. Pick yourself for love. Pick yourself for belonging, and pick yourself for the need of staying somewhere. Because what happens is when you feel that need to be picked, it fucks with your peace. And now you can't find peace because you always looking for somebody to pick you for something. Rather, that's I want this person to pick me first to be in their group at work. Or rather, I want this person to pick me to hang out with this weekend. Whatever that may be, you're still being a pick me, as some of us call it. And that's not the way of life, because now your peace is fucked up. But now you don't know where to find joy because you always want to be a pick me. I'm just saying. And that's something I want us to speak about, because when we're talking about breaking cycles, we need to understand that. We need to talk about how this, when we're talking about breaking cycles, we have to see how this cycle even started. Why do I feel the need to be picked? Why do I want people to pick me? Why do I feel the need to be chosen? Where did that come from? So now let's talk about it. Let's really get to the wound of not being picked. and why that makes us feel some type of way. If you're someone who is consistently overextending yourself for a relationship, performing for approval, or abandoning yourself for somebody else, let's have a conversation, because it means you might be moving through the world with an unhealed need to be chosen. And we got to see why. Because first off, remember, before we start anything, we have to understand that we have to first have a desire to even not want to be chosen anymore. And then second is we have to acknowledge. I do want to be chosen, actually. And why is that? Don't be in denial. Denial is a mile in Egypt. Your husband is gay. Wendy Williams said it. I'll put like a little clip.
Lucy, stop it. Denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch. This whole, and I think honestly when I'm doing this Breaking the Cycle series, I actually want to go into childhood. That's going to be my next series. Because I've been touching on it a little bit, but I haven't been getting really deep down into it. Because all of these cycles that need to be chosen, it usually comes from our childhood. It usually comes from our childhood, because just think about it. When we were a child and maybe our parents didn't give us the attention that we were yearning for, or they weren't there when we needed them to be there, or they would say that they would do something, they did not do it. And that really, it hurts us, right? I always tell the story, and my mom laughs, but I remember when my dad said he was going to come get me, right? And I remember standing at my grandpa's house by his screen door, looking out the door, just waiting for him to come, and he never came. So that, of course, that made me feel like you didn't choose me, right? You chose to do whatever the fuck you were doing. I don't really give a fuck what you were doing, but you chose whatever that was over me. And how you think that made me feel, right? It made me feel shitty. You get what I'm saying? And, when we're talking about, where that need to be chosen comes from, childhood is always going to be our number one thing. We're talking about breaking all of these cycles in every episode. Childhood is the number one thing, because it starts from somewhere. And most of the time it starts from there. I'm saying most of the time because a lot of people don't have does not have a traumatic childhood or traumatic events in their childhood, right? So it could be other moments in their life. But when I'm talking about from experience, I know for me it's from childhood. They begin with childhood, but they need to end in our adulthood. In our adulthood, because we have the ability to change those things. Okay? Just like I said, just the feeling of being overlooked or being unseen, then you start pushing for those things in the wrong places. And then you start yearning for that need to be seen. You want somebody to need you, and you want somebody to want you. Well, let me tell you something. The only person you should need to want is yourself. Okay? I'm just saying. And then you start doing things, and you're even losing yourself in the process. You don't give a fuck. In this certain cycle, feeling the need to be chosen becomes survival. Because now you feel like you have to do this to survive out of life. It becomes a survival skill, right? Makes you feel like you're not worthy to be wanted. You're not worthy to be needed, when that's not what it is. And I hope, and just let me backtrack a little bit, because I really hope that when we're talking about breaking the cycle for this, from last month, I want us to realize that we are perfect just the way we are. We just have to work through some things, right? And we want to become the best version of ourselves, but we have to do the work. So even if I'm going through something, I keep repeating the cycle, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to break it like that, right? I'm not going to break it like this. It's going to take me time. And give yourself grace. Like you give other people grace, give yourself the same thing that you give others. All right? Breaking the cycle is not easy. The shit is hard as fuck. Last time we were talking last time, after like doing the editing and shit had me so choked up, because when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, then I understand. And this shit is hard. It's a lot. You know what I mean? So just have grace with yourself, man, and be patient with yourself and be kind with yourself, right? Because when it comes to breaking these cycles, and like I said before, when we start talking about shit in childhood that we thought we were never going to visit again, it's going to make you feel like shit, right? But you have to be able to work through that and say, I may feel like shit right now, but I'm not going to feel like this always. Remember, certain things only happen for a moment, not for a long time. And I want you guys to make sure that you know that. Be patient with yourself, okay? Love yourself. Be kind to yourself during this trying time, okay? Now that we, are talking about the need and kind of like where it comes from, the roots of it, I'm going to give you guys 5 ways on how you can heal the need to be chosen. All right. Number one. Stop chasing what doesn't choose you back. So let's just say it in real time, right? So be honest. Chasing something gets draining. Chasing something gets draining. Rather that you're chasing a job, whether you're chasing a partner, whether you're chasing a feeling, whether you're chasing anything that you're chasing, it gets draining, man. You tired of chasing the same shit. Or you just tired of chasing whatever the fuck you chasing. You shouldn't have to chase anything that doesn't choose you back. And that's just point blank. When someone constantly makes you feel unsure, makes you feel unloved, makes you feel unworthy, not cared for, stop chasing them. Stop chasing them. If they're not giving you what you deserve and giving you the thing that you know you need, stop chasing them because they're not choosing you. You need to stop chasing them. The fuck? All right, number 2. Reconnect with the version of you that just wanted to be seen. Reconnect with that person and understand why that version of you needed and wanted to be seen. What happened? Remember, go back to that childhood, revisit that person. All right. Number 3, you were never meant to beg for a seat at your own fucking table. That moment where you start shrinking yourself and overcompensating you just to be liked, you've abandoned yourself. You have abandoned yourself. And now you're having to beg for a seat to be at a table that you don't even need to beg for. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you are the table. You are the prize. You bring the peace, and you set the standard for yourself and for your life. You don't need to be at you don't need to beg for a seat at your own fucking table that you are creating for yourself. Because that's how the shit works. Okay? And anyone who makes you forget that and makes you feel the need that you do have to beg for a seat at your own table, fuck them and remove them from your life and reevaluate the relationship that you have with that person. Okay? Number 4, your worth isn't proven by your usefulness. We talked about this and we're continuously talking about this. Your worth is not based on what you can give to people, based on what you can do for people, based on how much money you made, based on how you made people feel. That's not what your usefulness and that's not what your worth proves. You get what? Well, that's not what your worth is proven by, right? You are not valuable just because of the things that you give people. You're valuable just because you simply exist. And that's something that you have to realize. When we're talking about healing that need to be chosen, that's what we're talking about. Heal that need to think that you're only valuable because of what you can give other people, because you got money in your pockets, or because, whatever the case may be. Remember, you are worthy for the simple fact that you exist and you wake up every single day. Remember, you don't have to do the most to deserve the bare minimum. That's not how it works. Okay? You need to stop measuring your worth by what you can give. That's not how it goes. All right. And our 5th and final one, you're not for everybody, and that's okay. You're not for everybody, and that's okay. And honestly, this is something I had to think about for myself, because when I started my life coaching business, it's specifically for the Black LGBTQ community, because I know this is a space that I wanted to create, a safe, affirming space that I wanted to create for people like me who do not have that always. And like, it's not going to be for everyone. And that's okay. At least that I know that I have something that's for you, and that's for me, and that's for us, that we can share together. Right. And it means a lot. And everybody's not going to be with that. And that's all right. I don't give a fuck if you with it or if you're not with it. Right. And of course, anything I talk about is for every single person who feels the need, who is for every single person. Right. But when I'm talking about exactly what my business foundation is for the Black LGBT community, because I know what it feels like to need someone or need that safe space and not have it available. And I wanted to make sure I was able to provide that. That's why I'm here. And it's not going to be for everybody. And that's all right. You're not meant to be digestible to anyone anyway. Everybody's not supposed to like you anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's something actually I'm getting through, that it's okay if people don't like me or don't like the person that I am or don't get the quirks, don't get all the stuff that I do. I mean, that's okay. If you don't like it, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your problem. You're missing out, not me. You're missing out, not me. And if someone feels like that they're not for you or you're not for them, let them go. Remove them out your fucking life, man. It's just as simple as that. All right. So let's go over all 5. Number 1, stop chasing what doesn't choose you back. 2, reconnect with the version of you that just wanted to be seen. 3, you were never meant to beg for a seat at your own table. 4, your worth isn't proven by your usefulness. And 5, you're not for everyone, and that's okay. That's all right. That's A-okay. All of these things that we're talking about at the moment, right? You know, it's okay. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say. That's it. I mean, I don't have anything, because normally I'll be like, hey, blah, 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 but right now I don't have anything else to say, just because that and all the things that we talked about in itself was enough. For you to actually realize, and for you to know that you do not deserve to feel that need to be chosen, because when you choose you, that's all you really need. And if people choose you, cool, but you don't have to yearn for that and need that from somebody else, because you give it to yourself. And that's it. All right. Now remember, this is your feel good station. So get your ass in the bus. Today, this is a lighter episode, right? So get your ass in the bus in your feel good station. All right. And guess what? And guess what? You already know what time it is. Growing glow challenge. Growing glow challenge. Challenge. All right. So let's see here. What is our growing glow challenge this week? Okay. So this is what I want you to do. Number 1, write a letter to your past self. The version of you that felt like that needed to earn love. Write that letter. Okay. Number 2, name one pattern when you abandon yourself to be accepted. Number 3, ask yourself honestly, if I really believed I was already worthy, what would I stop doing? If that's something that you believed, what would you stop doing? And remember, if you're not sure about your worth or what being worthy is, remember, we did a series on that about self-love and self-worth. So go back and watch that. All right. Number 4, create one small moment of reclamation. One small moment of reclamation. Am I saying that right? Reclamation? Reclamation. I don't know. Whatever that word is, you know what I'm talking about. And number 5, affirm yourself out loud. So say that affirmation we said. I no longer beg to be seen by people who refuse to recognize me. And that's it. And remember, make sure you look in the caption for the challenge, just because they've been a little long, because we're doing more work. All right. Now, remember, if you are still needing help on what else to do to heal that need to be chosen, remember, I'm your life coach. Come talk to me and I got you. Let's talk about what we can do for you so you can still continuously show up as the best version of yourself and heal that need to be chosen. All right. Now, you already know who it is. It's Coach Faith here. Another week, another glow up. Thank you so much for letting me be your guide, and I will see you guys next week. All right. Ciao.